Satnam, truth is my name. My name is also Melissa. My spiritual name is Satyajdeep, and this is Sky, Sunday Kundalini Yoga. Today we're going to do the subtle body Kriya for refinement. Full physical Kriya. We'll start by tuning in with our Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We repeat it 3 times. We're asking for strength, protection, tapping into our inner wisdom, the wisdom that's already inside of us. We repeat it 3 times, if I didn't say that, if I'm being repetitive. And then we will do a breath warm-up, a pranayam, then do the Kriya, finish with a Shavasana, a relaxation, and then we'll end with our sunshine song. Let's go ahead and bring the hands together at the heart center, palms flat and pressing into each other, eyes closed and focused at the brow point. Through the nose, take a deep inhale, hold, and we'll engage Mul Band, practicing these locks. Mul Band is root lock. We squeeze the anus, sex organs, lower abdomen comes up and in. Hold, straighten, crown of the head to the ceiling, shoulders down. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale deep. Next lock we'll practice is neck lock, Jalandhar Band. Pull your chin slightly back so the neck's completely in line with the spine. Again, shoulders back and down. Crown of the head reaches to the ceiling, heart lifts. Through the nose, exhale. And we'll take a deep inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Maintain the posture, keep the eyes closed and focused at the brow point. Through the nose, inhale deep. Hold, engage Mul Band, your root lock, engage neck lock, Jalandhar Band, straighten up. Relax the legs, relax the shoulders, lift the heart. Hold, maintain. Keep the eyes closed. Exhale, relax the hands down to the lap, and let's take just a moment here before we begin our Kundalini Yoga practice. And inhale deep. We'll start with our pranayam. And so we'll do the winds of change, which means that we'll breathe through one nostril at a time. Let's cover the right nostril and close it with your right thumb. So I'm not mirroring you. I'm also practicing along. Your right nostril, close it off, and just breathe through the left nostril. Eyes are closed and focused at the brow point. Left hand in Gyan Mudra, thumb touching forefinger. As you inhale, think Sat. And as you exhale, think Nam. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. Our silent mantra here. Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Next time you exhale, hold the breath out, switch hands, bring your left hand up to cover your left nostril, right hand in Gyan Mudra, long deep breathing through the right nostril. Inhale Sat. And exhale, think Nam. Eyes are closed and focused at the brow point. Next time you exhale, hold the breath out. Switch back again to right thumb blocking right nostril. We're going to do breath of fire through the left nostril. Our panting breath in and out through the nose. If you don't know the breath, continue with long, deep breathing. Begin. Deep breath in. Hold. Switch nostrils again. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up. Left hand blocks the left nostril. Begin breath of fire through the right nostril. Let the left hand come down to the lap. Both hands are resting in the lap. Breath of fire through both nostrils. Eyes are closed and focused at the brow point. Lift the heart, relax the shoulders, relax the legs, crown of the head to the ceiling. Continue. And deep inhale through both nostrils. Hold the breath in, focus at the brow point and engage Mulband. Squeezing the anus, sex organs, lower abdomen comes up and in. Draw the breath, the energy up. Let it spiral up, 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 up and out the crown of the head. Hold. Check your neck lock. Make sure the chin's pressed slightly back. Exhale, engage Mulband again. And then let that breath go. And we will start this Kriya, the subtle body Kriya for refinement. We start with it's not a Sufi grind, it's more of a mortar and pestle motion. So hands on the knees, start circling the upper body around the hips. Keeping the back straight, the head follows along. Inhale as you come back, think Sat. Exhale as you come forward, think Nam. to switch the cross of my legs and switch directions. Continue to mentally chant Sat, Truth, Nam, Neem. Working on the subtle body today. Deepening the breath as your movements deepen. And make your way to center, neutral spine, crown of the head to the ceiling. Lift that heart, inhale deep. Hold, engage mole bond. Draw the energy up, 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 up. Check your neck lock. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Heart lifted. Through the nose, exhale. Engage mole bond again. Deep inhale through the nose. And give your legs a shake if you need. We're going to come into a posture we did last week, which is like a goddess goalpost kind of posture. So the arms come up and the lower arms are parallel with the floor. The hands are also parallel with the floor with the palms lifted to the sky. So keep this posture up. Close the eyes down and we'll begin long, slow, deep breathing here. Lift the heart. Make sure you engage the navel to support this posture. Inhaling Sat and exhaling Nam. And as you hold the posture, inhaling and exhaling, eyes at the third eye, your brow point. Talk a little bit about the subtle body, eighth or ninth body. We started with the 10th body last week. And the subtle body is exactly what it sounds like. It is subtle. The quote for this Kriya is, if a person is very acknowledging and has all essences in harmony, then he can move his subtle body. And the subtle body is so powerful that it can move the unmovable just by thought. There's so many microscopic, tiny little things in life that we often brush by and we don't notice and we think they don't matter. And it's all these tiny little molecules of light and energy that, when put all together, really make a difference, really make mountains and seas. And so being able to understand and tap into the energy of the tiny, tiny, tiny helps us tap into the energy of the magnitude and the volume of things. It all starts right here with us, with our breath, with our intent, with our practice. Inhale deep, engage mole band, draw the energy up, lift the heart but relax the legs. Exhale, allow the hands to fall down to the lap, engage mole band again. And then relax the breath. Let's take a moment in complete stillness. And on an inhale, You can open your eyes. We're going to be coming onto the hands and knees into a tabletop position for cat-cow. So as you inhale, bring the head up, arch the back, stretch. Let's hold that for just a moment. And as you exhale, arch like a Halloween cat, head comes down. Hold for just a moment. And let's continue with moving. Inhaling as you arch the spine down, head comes up. Exhaling, spine arches up, head comes down. Take it whatever pace you'd like, but on your inhale, think Sat, and on your exhale, think Nam. If this posture hurts your wrists at all, you can come up onto fists. And I encourage you to speed the movement up a little bit as your body warms. We're moving the muscles, we're warming up the spinal fluid, we're creating room for Kundalini energy to rise. Kundalini energy is our potential, our creative potential. And the faster we move, the more the energy moves. But you have to be physically ready, right? Your muscles have to be warmed up enough to speed the movement up. So you take it wherever you're at. And for the last few seconds, let's speed it up as much as you can, comfortably. Good, come to a neutral spine, eyes are closed and focused at the brow point. Deep inhale in. And let's arch into cow, engage more bond, hold, hold, hold. Exhale, arch into cat. Hold the breath out. Inhale, neutral spine. And come back down onto the heels or seated in an easy pose to take just a moment in silence, in stillness. Okay, for the next movement, we're going to be coming up onto our feet and doing a variation on archer pose. So we will start with, let's start with the right leg forward. Okay, so come into your archer pose, front foot pointing forward, left foot at, actually it says to be up on the toe if possible, or you can have the foot down flat at a 45-degree angle out. The left hand, so the opposite arm as your leg that's out forward, out in front, you're gonna bring the opposite arm out front, palm lifted to the sky. And the back arm, which is the same arm as the leg that's out in front, the back arm also has the palm lifted towards the sky. And here we do long, slow, deep breathing. Move the unmovable just by thought. Eyes can be closed or focused out in front of you into infinity. Try to keep your shoulders down as you keep that back arm lifting. Hold the neck back, don't allow it to reach and the chin to jut. Pull everything back in. Straighten, lift, feel light, feel subtle. Inhale deep, hold the posture, engage more bond. Draw the energy up. Imagine vectors of energy traveling up and out your head into infinity, out of your fingertips into infinity, in front of you and behind you. Hold, maintain. And exhale, come up, shake the legs out. And we'll quickly switch to the other side. Left, well, whichever other foot is in front. That leg is in front, the opposite arm comes forward. Palm reaching up, facing up, arm reaching out, and the other hand, other arm stretching out behind you, lifting as high as possible while the shoulders come down. Keep holding the posture, long, deep breathing. Straighten. Pull the head back. Lean into the posture. Lean into your subtle body. Lean into the invisible. Lift. Squeeze that back glute to support the posture. A few more seconds. Good. And inhale deep. Hold, engage more bond. Draw the energy up. Energy travels up and out the top of the head, out the fingertips in either direction. Excellent. Exhale. Come up, shake the legs out. Very good. And come back down onto your mat. Onto the ground for the next posture. This one is always a challenge for me. We're supposed to be up on our elbows. So up on your elbows, lifting like this, with midsection drawing up into a rainbow. So the body's creating a rainbow. And I think we're doing long, deep breathing. Oh, breath of fire, breath of fire. So lifting ourselves with our breath. I'm going to come into a back platform. So my arms will be straight, doing breath of fire. And the, let's see. Sorry, I was just reading what the head is supposed to do. Balance your weight on your elbows and the soles of your feet. Lift your head and body up into a rainbow, breath of fire. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Just gonna lost love. Okay. All right, here we go. Breath of fire, whichever variation you would like, on your elbows or up into a back platform. Hold as best as you can. If you need to come down and back into it, do so. Set your intention. Imagine your body perfectly holding this posture, perfectly maintaining your breath of fire. Hold just a little bit longer. Really lift with everything you've got. All your subtle energy allowed to help you. All the invisible forces around you. And inhale deep. Engage mole bond. Exhale, relax down. Well done. That's a tough one. Okay, and shake your legs out. Come back to standing. I'm going to be doing a forward bend. So take a big deep breath in. Arms up and fold forward from the hips. Okay, so in a nice forward bend, and if you can, place your hands under your feet so So your feet, the bottom of your feet are pressing onto the sole. The soles of the feet are pressing onto the palms of the hands. Relax the head. Look between the knees. Deep breath in. Thinking sat. Deep breath out. Thinking nam. And we'll hold this posture. As you become more flexible, as your muscles become more used to the posture, you might be able to tuck your hands under your feet even more. And if your hands aren't reaching under your feet, that's totally okay. They can be resting on your thighs, knees, shins. No need to force here. This is subtle. Incrementally, as you practice more, your body becomes more flexible. Cell by cell, it's slow, it's subtle. It takes effort, determination, regularity of practice. And they say that the subtle body energy, the Akashic wisdom of all that we have experienced before, lives in the feet, lives around the feet. The yogis, the Kundalini yogis, believe that it takes 8.4 million lives to become a human. So we have this vast experience behind us and underneath us that we can tap into, this vast wisdom. And part of a way that we can do that, one of the ways we can do that, is to touch the feet or touch someone else's feet and tap into their Akashic wisdom. Inhale deep. The engaged mole bond, draw the energy up. And exhale. Bring those hands out from underneath. Give the body a shake. See where we're headed next. Back down onto the mat. Back onto the floor. Let's take a moment in stillness here. Try to rest in between exercises in Kundalini Yoga to allow each exercise to integrate. They say the yoga, the yoke between us and the infinity around us happens in the moments of stillness between things. Deep inhale, we're going to come onto the belly. Lots of breath of fire today, this panting breath in and out of the nose. Okay. We're going to be coming into a bow pose. So I like to start bow with my chin pressing into the ground, which can be it is very emotionally regulating. So press your chin back into the ground, and let's just let the body know what's coming next. We're going to reach for each foot, but don't come up in any kind of bow yet. Just hold the feet if you can reach them, or the pant leg, whatever's available, or just Superman this, chin pressing on the ground, and just allow the thighs and the lower back to understand we're going to come up into a bow. Let's take a moment here. Start your breath of fire in and out through the nose. Tilt the pelvis so that you really feel a stretch along those hip flexors and the thigh muscle, the top of the leg. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and come up into our bow. Come up as far as you can, face forward. Pull, push the feet back to lift yourself up as high as you can go. So you can see I'm not coming up super high, and that's okay. Breath of fire here. We'll continue for a little bit longer. It's subtle. It's a subtle pose, subtly intense. should feel a magnificent stretch across the heart center, the shoulders, and the more strongly that you push your feet into your hands, the more you can get those shoulders to stretch. It feels great. It might not be feeling great to you. But if the movement is getting intense, or if the posture is getting intense, think of the stretch more than the strain. And inhale deep. Hold, engage, mole bond. Exhale, let go. Push back into a baby pose, and we'll rest here for just a moment. Arms can be out front or by your sides as you like. Take a moment in stillness. On an inhale, gently come up. We're going to be coming back onto the seat. Okay. Next posture is your variation of boat pose. Okay? So ideally, the arms are going to be out straight, palms facing down, fingers are together and straight, and ideally both legs will be straight and up into a boat pose like this, about a 45-degree angle. Oh, my quads really start to grip, so be careful. You can bend the knees and be here, whatever variation of bent knees to straight knees to keep maintaining the posture. Let's do breath of fire, and I'm just checking the time. Let's begin. Eyes closed if you can. Focus at the brow point, lift the heart. Fantastic. Let's perfect posture. Inhale deep. Engage mole bond. Hold. And exhale. Relax. Woo. Take a moment in stillness. Right, next posture. I keep taking off my rings because I don't want to hurt my fingers. We're going to be coming up into a hold now that looks a lot like levitating. So if you can, get yourself into full lotus with both feet on top of this foot on the opposite leg, other foot on the other leg. If you can bring yourself into a full lotus or a half lotus, or if that's not available to you, bring yourself into a really tight cross-legged position. Try to really fold one leg in. I've got this foot kind of planted in between the crease of my knee, or at the crease of my knee between the upper and lower leg. And what we're going to do here is come up either on hands, and you're going to try and press yourself up as high as possible. Okay, and here we are also doing, are we doing breath of fire? I think we're just doing long, slow, deep breathing on this one. Pressing yourself up on palms or on fingertips if your fingertips are really strong, or up on your fists. Okay, so it depends on the length of your arms. Let's go ahead and begin, and imagine yourself levitating right up off the ground. Hold the posture, lift your heart, lift the crown of the head to the ceiling, lift every part of you subtly. Imagine you're floating above the ground. Everything is engaged to support the posture. Your arms are strong. Your navel is tucked in and supporting your posture. Engaging Mulban to lift up off the ground. Eyes are closed so you can see yourself floating. Long, deep breathing. You can switch hand positions if you need to. Keep yourself engaged and comfortable at the same time. Find that balance. Inhale deep. Engage Mulban. Float. Levitate. Lift. Exhale, come down. Ooh. Relax the hands, the arms. Shake those hands out. Let's take a moment in stillness here. Allowing that to sink in, integrate. Allow your subtle body to meld and mold into your physical body. And deep inhale. And exhale. And we'll come into our final posture, which is stretch pose. You can take any variation of stretch pose you like. We're going to start on the back though, in a tuck. So come onto your back, pull your knees in tight, rock back and forth or side to side a little bit to adjust the spine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift the head and we're going to send both legs out, or one leg. Feet are just about 6 inches off the ground. If you're on your moon cycle, please just do one leg at a time, or hold the posture but do long, deep breathing. Otherwise, breath of fire here. Let's go ahead and begin. Eyes are usually open for this posture and focused at the tip of the toes. Hands are straight, fingers are straight and pointed at those toes. Fingers are together and they can be hovering over the quads, over the top of the legs, or to the side of the body, up to you. Again, kind of imagine you're levitating here. So everything is pulled taut. The navel center is working hard. In fact, we're resetting the navel center with stretch pose. Excellent. Inhale deep. Perfect the posture, hold, engage Mulban. And exhale, relax down. Ooh. Well done. We're going to come into our final relaxation here, Shavasana. Adjust your shoulders, adjust your hips, allow the legs to splay open. Relaxing the body after that active and very subtle Kriya. Start to notice and become aware if you feel any differences in the way your blood is flowing, the way your breath is coming in and out. Has your mood improved, the quality of your thoughts, and as you notice the subtle differences in your body, let go of it all. Let go of consciously thinking about everything and worrying about everything. Or if you're trying to control things, I know I do that a lot. Try to let that go for one moment in time. Suspend. suspend time, suspend your body, and allow the greater force of gravity to take over. And let's spend a couple of minutes relaxing here in deep silence, in deep stillness. And allow your breath to deepen. Feel yourself inhaling and exhaling. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers and toes. And as you circle the wrists and the ankles, you can also move your head from side to side. Just be sure to switch directions with your circles. And then stretch your arms up above your head. And stretch your feet below you. And make yourself long, long, long. Inhale deep. Exhale. Bring one knee up and over the body. Gentle cat stretch to one direction. Inhale and exhale. Send that knee down. Other knee comes up and over the body the other way. Cat stretch in the other direction. Inhale and exhale. Bring the feet into the air, hands into the air. Rub the palms, rub the soles of the feet. Feel that subtle energy waking you back up, waking up those nerve endings as we walk back through the cosmic door. Give yourself a hug. Pull those knees into your chest. If it feels good, rock a bit side to side and then forward and back. And if it doesn't feel good, push yourself over onto your side and then up into a seated position. And we'll meet there to close out practice with our sunshine song. We repeat the sunshine song twice. First time singing it for ourselves. Second time, if you'd like to dedicate it to another individual or collective of beings that you feel needs your energy, your strength, your subtle, invisible power. And we'll end with one long sat and a short nam. Repeating this silent mantra one final time. Truth is my name. Truth is my experience. And on the reverse, how could my experience be anything other than truth? Hands to the heart center. Thumbs in at the sternum. Close the eyes down. Focused at the brow point. Deep breath in to begin. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Nam. We bow in deep gratitude to all the teachers, all the sages, all the yogis who passed down these marvelous traditions of movement, mantra, and meditation, so that in practicing them, we can tap into the most subtle version of ourselves, so that we can see the long game in this instant. We understand that our presence in this moment changes everything. Our intentions now, right now, in this nanosecond, affect past generations, future generations to come. We are more powerful than we know. The ripple effect is great. Everything we do matters in this moment and every moment, today and every day. Satnam. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed that. Kriya for refinement, the subtle body Kriya for refinement. And if you did, please feel free to pass it on to others. And we'll see you next time for another session of Sunday Kundalini Yoga. Satnam.